my channel. Today I have a how to do your foundation and how I do my foundation routine. This video is a part of a series that I'm doing that is a beginner friendly series that I'm showing you very in-depth videos of how to do different stuffs on your face. Yeah, let's move on to the foundation routine. First step is moisturizing your skin. The reason I'm using moisturizer before I do my foundation is because if you do this, your skin will look more healthier and will glow more. Next step is priming your skin if you want to. Personally, I don't like priming my skin because I don't feel like my skin needs to be primed every day. But if your skin is very oily or if it's very, your makeup just runs off right away, then you would consider using a primer. Next step is foundation. I have two foundations for you as well. My favorite one of all times is also from the drugstore, and it's the Loreal True Match. This is a super good foundation. Like, if you want a cheap foundation that is long wearing, that's super high coverage, then this is the one for you. Next one is Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. It's very good. To blend out your foundation, I have two tools for you. This is the 103 Definer Buffer Brush from Zoeva. The next one is a sponge, and this is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Then I just buff it into my skin. The next thing is concealer. I have two different concealers this time as well. I have the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I have my favorite, all-time favorite concealer, which is this Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. You can use to blend out your concealer is your finger, your ring finger, because that's more delicate. You can just pat it under. That's what I used before I got this sponge. This sponge you can use this side, or you can also use the side that you use for your foundation to blend it out. I do a triangle under my eyes, like this. The area of your face that you want highlighted goes like a triangle right here. You also want to highlight on your nose, between your eyebrows, your cupid's bow, and your chin. I'm just blending it out with the same beauty sponge. You can also buff your concealer out with your foundation brush. If you have one like this, that works pretty good as well. Right after you're done blending out your concealer, you want to set it. Using this one, this is a translucent powder. So it's not white, it's translucent. It doesn't give any color. This one is from Makeup Forever. I'm using a blush brush from e.l.f. that's very, very good at getting like under your eyes. And I'm doing this is because I don't want my concealer either to move or to crease. Step is setting your foundation. I'm using this one by MAC. It's in the color medium and it's the mineral skin finish. I'm using a big powder brush from Real Techniques to set my face. The method that you want to use to set your face is patting into your skin like this. So you don't want to do this on your foundation, because the thing that will do, it will move your foundation around on your face, and you want it to stay there so that you get as full coverage as you had when you placed your foundation on your face. Another reason that we are setting our foundation is because the next step is contouring, and when you're contouring your face, you also don't want the foundation to move, and you want it to be very easy to blend your contour out. So that's why I told you guys before that I'm setting my eyelids when I do my eyeshadow, because I want the shadows to blend well in together. And that's the same with powdering your foundation. You want the contour and the blush and the highlight to blend well together and not be patchy. First, I'm going to bronze. Bronzing and contouring is two different things. So bronzing is when you kind of warm up your complexion and makes you look more alive and not as flat as you look when you have your foundation on. Contouring is when you mimic the shadows of your face. So we're going to put a shadow right under our cheekbones. We're going to take it under our jawline to make our jawline look more sharp. We're going to take it on the hollows right here so that my forehead looks smaller and on the sides of your nose. If you want to, that's not necessary. You can also contour under your lips to make your lips look more pouty. I'm using Hoola Bronzer by Benefit to warm up my complexion, and I'm using this big complexion brush by e.l.f. You're done with bronzing, you can move on to contouring your face. Right under your cheekbone to make your face look slimmer and more defined. On the sides of your nose, under your lip, right here, and right here. I'm going to tell you a bit about contouring powders. I use contouring powders. You can use creams as well, but then you can't set your foundation, so that's kind of too late for us right now. But I'm using the contour shades by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shades from the contour kit. I'm using a fan brush like this. This one I bought from Livakker here in Norway. I will link it down below. This is the Jane Iredale blush brush. But I'm just using all of these ones. I'm just swirling my brush into all of these. If you're new in contouring and if you feel like it's kind of hard to know the places that you want to contour, especially with your cheekbones, you can suck them in like this, or you can just feel where you want to contour and do like this, right up to my ear, and then you blend it upwards into the bronzing that we just did. Use more ashy and more cool toned shadows to contour your face. So let's move on to blush. I have two blushes for you. This one I know is very easy to get, especially here in Norway. It's very pigmented actually, and it's not the worst blush. So if you're looking for a blush, then this is actually a very good one. The other one that I have is my all-time favorite blush. It's by Tarte. It's called Exposed, and it's this right here. So I'm using a blush brush by Maybelline. I'm putting my blush at the apples on my cheeks, right here, and dragging it up. The next step is highlighting. I have two highlighters here for you. One I can barely hold up because it's totally broken. It's this one by Maybelline. Bright luminizing highlighter in light, and the other one is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's one of my favorite highlighters. So I'm going to use this one that's not broken, and it's actually very easy to get here in Norway, this one as well. For highlighting, I have two brushes that you can use. It kind of just depends on what you prefer using. This one is a fan brush by e.l.f. and then I have this one by Maybelline. It's a powder highlighting brush. The places that you want to highlight is the tops of your cheekbones, which is right here. Another place is on the tip of your nose and the bridge of your nose. Then highlight over your brow bone and upwards. You can also connect these two highlighters. Then on the Cupid's bow, which is over here on the top of your upper lip. Then you can also highlight a bit on your chin and on your forehead in between your eyebrows. Okay, so that is it for this very in-depth how to do your foundation and how I do my foundation routine. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, be sure to comment on my Instagram post that I'm posting about this video, that you found it helpful and that you really liked it.